What happened to austerity? It's still here. Politics may have moved on, but there are communities like this one in the northwest still feeling the effects of years of cuts. Labour knows how to spend it. The shadow chancellor was in his home city of Liverpool playing to a home crowd. John McDonnell promised £400 billion to tackle climate change and social deprivation, all of it funded by borrowing.
That means change, real change. And it means investment on a scale never seen before in this country, and certainly never seen before in the north and outside of London and the southeast.
It's great to be back here in Manchester.
Meanwhile, a few miles away, the Conservatives, not being as conservative as perhaps you'd expect. Money is cheap to borrow, and Sajid Javid plans to spend more of it. But he insists you can trust him with the nation's finances.
We can borrow in real terms at negative interest rates, meaning it is a responsible time to invest. And there's a growing consensus around the world that the time to do that is now.
The Conservatives will borrow more but claim they will do so prudently. Their cap on annual borrowing will rise to 3% of national income. Our national debt will rise too, only to be cut if interest costs exceed 6% of government revenue. And the Conservatives have ditched their promise to eliminate the deficit altogether.
The age of irresponsibility is giving way to an age of austerity.
Since the financial crisis, the Conservative Party's fought 3 elections on the need to tighten our belts. Just 2 years ago, the message was one of restraint.
And in the long run, we can only spend what we earn.
Now all that's changed. The question is, who do the people of Manchester trust with the economy?
They don't do what they say they're going to do. They promise you this and they promise you that, but they never keep their promises, do they?
I used to be a Labour voter. Massively changed my ideas about it, sadly.
All these spending promises rely on the economy performing. Today, the Bank of England published its latest growth forecasts based on a new assumption that Brexit will happen and on the terms Boris Johnson negotiated. The Bank of England expects economic growth to pick up in the next few years, reaching 2.1% by 2022. Now, these forecasts are slightly weaker than the bank made 3 months ago. And the bank calculates that while Boris Johnson's deep free trade agreement with the European Union will remove some uncertainty and boost business investment, it will also damage trade. And the net impact is slightly negative. The spending pledges Labour and the Conservatives are making will be judged by voters and by investors here in the City of London. Money is cheap to borrow now, but that will change if lenders start to wonder if they'll get their money back. John Hills, News at 10.